Hello. Hello, Facebook. Hello, friends. Hello. This is Ulrike from Exploring Deeper. And as you can see, in a different place, this is my attic, who has had many functions. It used to be a place where I would give coaching sessions, and then it became a lounge, and now I changed it into a movie studio, a recording studio. So testing once again my microphone before I'm going to do a live workshop tonight. And I thought, as I'm doing that, also you might see there's some beautiful lighting happening here now. I thought as I'm doing that, I might as well share with you a little bit about what's going on. I might sit a little bit closer as I'm still testing things anyway. Hello. So I thought I might just as well share a little bit with you about what's going on in my life. And I am also curious about what's going on in yours, because one of the things I've realized instead, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now, and that brings up so much stuff. You might have seen it all over the news, all over Facebook. There's a lot going on, and a lot of people's nervous systems have been impacted massively. And for some people, they go into some kind of fight mode. They might, confront the government with all kinds of theories that may or may not be true. Other people may go into flight mode and hide away, literally or emotionally. So there's many ways. As many people as there are ways of responding to a crisis, as we are in right now. And to me, I've never been in a situation like this, and probably most of us haven't. I guess things that compare are like nature disasters, war. Although I think those things are worse than what we are, because I physically I'm still safe, but my nervous system might not feel like that. So our nervous system might respond in a similar way to danger. And one of the things I've noticed is that a relationship is an easy thing to project on. And I'm curious if you notice that too. Like, I've been sharing a lot more before about relationship dynamics and attachment styles. And when our nervous systems are wired up, I think that these issues come up even more than usual. So you might notice that. For me, I have noticed that I have been relating to a person for the last few months, and he is bringing me to a different side of the spectrum than I'm used to. Usually, I am the anxious person. So, if you want to know more about anxious and avoidant attachment styles, just check out my previous videos. There's a lot more on that. But I used to be quite anxious in my relating. So I would be insecure when someone would not text me back, or these stories in my head would go bigger and bigger all the time, that if they don't answer me, that they might have another person, that they don't love me anymore, or there's this fear, this constant fear, and it's projected onto the relationship. And now relating to someone who is potentially more on that side, but closer to secure than I used to feel. I am more in my avoidant side in this relationship every now and then. And in the beginning, it was worse, and I've vlogged about that as well, so you can easily find that before in my videos on this timeline on Facebook or on my blog, exploringdeeper.com, and find that. So in the beginning of this relationship, I was a lot in that avoidant mode and trying to get away from the relationship, basically. Yeah. And now it got calmer and calmer. And then I'm noticing that now when there is more stress in my environment, I'm noticing stress in my nervous system. And my head, my smart mind, always wants to connect the story to what's happening. So my mind is like, to me, relationships, I think I'm the kind of person that always doubts a relationship. Like, when I'm in it, I think I want to be out. And when I'm out of it, I think I want to be in a relationship. So there's always a part of me that is not fully secure about where I am. Probably as the grass is always greener on the other side. And I'm making peace with that. I'm making peace with that there's always a fear. There's always some sort of something. And I'm still researching, like, what is it? And can I find more calmness and stability in that? And also, I'm noticing now that as my nervous system is more wired up because of the fear based news that I'm receiving, and I'm really actively trying to not receive that much news that is negative, I am noticing that my nervous system is a bit more in the fearful state. And then it's extra easy to move into thinking that the relationship is not okay. So it's super easy to think like, okay, something's wrong. I should not be here. He's not the person for me. I'm not the person for him. I want to be on my own. It's easier for those thoughts to pop up, is what I'm noticing in my reality. And I think it's a good practice to actually step back and realize like, okay, maybe nothing's wrong. Maybe this is just me coping with a crisis, with something that just is very scary on a global scale and is definitely scary for me as a person. So can I like separate that from the reality of the relationship and not my projection of the relationship? Mm. So that's what I'm noticing now. And I'm very curious what you are all noticing, if you have experiences with your relationships where things are difficult or not. Like we are now, if you are in quarantine with someone, it's like, they always say like holidays are a test for a relationship, right? When you are together in a small place and you cannot really go anywhere, or you like together a lot of the time. I mean, that's like this cliche, like if you can go on holiday together, your relationship's great. So what does quarantine do to that cliche? If you are in quarantine with someone, maybe you are together with your partner now for months without a break. If they can't work, or they don't go to work, or maybe they do go to work and then come home every day, maybe taking a lot of stress with them. Like, how is that to be together with someone all the time? And either be in a lockdown and not being able to leave the house. So maybe your alone time was like mine last week, just when I was on a toilet. Other times there was always someone around me. And I could tell you, like, after 7 days with my kids, I was like completely overwhelmed. I did not function anymore. And yesterday I brought my kids to the father. Thank goodness we can still co-parent. And I just needed the rest of the day to, just like feel the tension in my nervous system of not being alone. It has nothing to do with these people, just with my need to be alone every now and then. And then on the other side of the spectrum, there are probably a lot of people who are separated from their partner, their beloved, or partners, or children, or family, and they cannot be together. And there might be stress because maybe they are ill, maybe they are in some kind of like not so fun situation, and then you cannot go and visit them. So that will probably do a lot to your system as well. I can imagine, especially when you're anxiously wired and your partner is not around, it gets worse. And if you're avoidant and you are, quarantined in lockdown with your partner, it might be quite strong, a strong experience as well. So I guess after this pandemic is over, we will have a new cliche of like, if you went through the lockdown together and your relationship is still good, then you have a great relationship. We'll see how it goes. So that's what I wanted to share for today. I'm curious what your thoughts and experiences are. If you had any experience with this pandemic and your nervous system in relation to your relationship, how is it going? And I'm sending you all a lot of compassion. Please take really good care. It's not an easy time for most of us, so please take good care. And maybe you want to adopt one of my relationship agreements that I like to have with my partners, is that don't make any big decisions when you're triggered. Like, make big decisions from a state of relaxation. So this pandemic might bring up tension, and you might want to make big decisions, but you might not want to do that right now. So just a suggestion for you to take with you if you want. All right, take good care. I'm going to post this video and let me know your thoughts. Bye.